Welcome back. Have you ever heard of Bitcoins? It's a digital currency that lets folks conduct transactions online. In fact, the world's first Bitcoin ATM launched in Austin a couple of weeks ago. Here it is. And it's even made headlines recently with a major Bitcoin exchange filing for bankruptcy. And here to talk about the online currency plus Texas's first Bitcoin conference is Paul Snow, president of the Texas Bitcoin Association. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So you said, how long do we have? I said 3 minutes. You laughed because I'm sure that's not enough time to explain this, but give us a crash course. How do they work?
Well, the easiest way to understand Bitcoin is to understand it the same way you do with a credit card. You know how you swipe a credit card and you sign and that's how you make a payment? The easiest thing to understand about Bitcoin is that basically people who want Bitcoin provide a little QR code and you open up a Bitcoin wallet and you are able to scan that QR code and send your Bitcoins right off of your smartphone. And it's really about that easy. And anyone can accept those Bitcoin payments, and about anybody can spend that Bitcoin just about that easy without opening up a bank account or anything else.
Okay, what is the advantage of using Bitcoins versus real currency?
Well, that's a big question, and that's why we have a two-day conference on March 5th and 6th right out at the Circuit of Americas to cover all these aspects of Bitcoin, and there's some very affordable options for merchants and consumers to come out and learn. But to illustrate that, capital area food banks have decided to use Bitcoin for donations because that cuts out all the transaction fees and it cuts out a lot of administrative overhead. They're looking at anywhere from 8% to 10% overhead in accepting a donation via a credit card or a check, where with Bitcoin that overhead could be as low as 1% or 2%. So more money donated to capital area food banks, more money goes to actually feeding people instead of to banks and processing and service fees.
Got it, to paying for the overhead. Can anyone start buying Bitcoins? Is that the proper terminology?
Absolutely. If you go to the Handlebar, and then this Sunday there's an opening of a Bitcoin ATM at Central Texas Gunworks, and you can walk in, you can in a few minutes get validated and verified, and then from that point on you can walk up to an ATM, put some dollars in, and take a Bitcoin wallet out or have Bitcoin sent to your smartphone or your Bitcoin account.
Very interesting. Let's mention the conference once again that's happening at Circuit of the Americas. It's going to be March 5th and 6th, the Texas Bitcoin Conference. I'm assuming this is the first.
This is the first major Bitcoin conference in Texas, and you can find out more about it at texasbitcoinconference.com. That's texasbitcoinconference.com.
Perfect. Well, we will have that link on our website as well. You can check it all out, learn more about Bitcoins, and then head to the conference. Let's turn things over to David.